Go.
Hello and welcome to garblaggames. We are playing a Delta Green game called Sign of the Judgment. I'm Andy and I'm the handler. Let me start by introducing you to my players. Let's start with Dennis.
Hi there, I am Dennis. Thank you once again for having me on. I will be bringing one William Buffia as I mute some audio. The one experienced agent of our little group who's just walked into one quite interesting scene, I believe.
Millie.
Hello, my name's Millie. I was just opening my character sheet to remind myself of my character's real name because there are several names for each character and I get confused just like everybody else. But it's Agent Bismuth, who's really known as Sarah Pretty.
And lastly, Rob.
Lastly, Rob, I'm playing Agent Vermillion, also known as Agent Skip Phoenix.
Okay, so we are playing, as I said, a scenario called Sign of the Judgment. This is based on True Detective Season 1. This does involve some discussions of, though I'm not showing any images of, some quite horrible ritual murders and various other things that are starting to get weirder. So I just want to make that warning in case anyone is worried about things like that. But it is Delta Green. It's generally fairly dark. Yes, it's not a light, fluffy, happy game. Right, so it is 2012. You are in Louisiana, and you are investigating a couple of, or one recent murder, which has had some has prompted the digitization of another murder from 17 years earlier, where a couple of keywords, namely King in Yellow and Carcosa, were uploaded to the police interweb, or whatever the internet is for the police, and this has prompted some Delta Green sort of monitoring program to pick up these terms, and they have then initiated this investigation. And you are looking into the police officers investigating the case believe that the current murder believe that it is the response. It is the murderer is a detective involved in investigating the first murder, who is a man by the name of Rustin Cole, who is now a retired police officer. And you had just, with a fake search warrant, gone to a storage unit that he owns, that he had been refusing to let the police into. They had been about to get a search warrant. Delta Green had blocked that. You've then got a created a fake search warrant and have served that on the sort of clerk who is runs the storage unit, which he opened it up, and behind a curtain you then saw this image, which I shall just. Did that pop up again for you?
I can see it because I it's the one with the scars written on the wall. Yeah.
Yes. And what you see instantly is, I mean, it is like an insight into a madman. Written up on the wall, scars, Yellow King, Carcosa, and there are clearly, it has the look of a fairly organized police investigation, which may have got a little bit carried away. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And there is vast amounts of stuff in here. There are filing cabinets. There's a TV with a video player attached to it. There's various things written on boards. What would you like to start looking at? Or shall I just pick some things and tell you what you see? Start with the obvious ones.
Well, being a child of the 80s, can we not turn the TV on and watch a video?
Yep, certainly. Yeah, start with that.
That's what I'll do.
Okay. Right. Okay. There's a video recorder attached. So the TV is not tuned into any TV station. It is purely attached to the video player. And inside the video player is a cassette tape with 2 strips of masking tape stuck onto it as labels. One says Tuttle and the other says Rianne Oliver. Okay.
Tuttle's a name we're familiar with.
So Tuttle is there's a couple of references to Tuttle.
It's
So
the family, isn't it? It's the family. Is it the
yes,
religious family or
there's
the cop family?
it's the religious family. The cop family is Chantris, I think it is, something like that. And the 2 police officers you had a meeting with this morning, who are where have they gone? Oh, I forgot their names. The 2 police officers you had a meeting with this morning, they told you that Rustin Cole has got. He is convinced that his initial investigation was tried to be diverted by a member of the Tuttle family, who is the Reverend Billy Lee Tuttle, who is this man. Yep.
Yeah.
Now the thing with Billy Lee Tuttle is that he died in 2010. It's now 2012 from an accidental overdose of prescription medication. Very religious man, wealthy, used a lot of his money to run various churches, charity foundations, and schools throughout the Louisiana Bayou area. But Gainsborough and Papanea, that's the 2 police officers, they were convinced that they relayed that Cole was convinced that he was trying to divert their attention, divert the police investigation. Now, one thing that they also noted was that Cole left Louisiana in 2002, shortly after resigning from the force. And he then returned in 2010 after he spent apparently 8 years in Alaska. And he returned in 2010. Not long afterwards, Billy Lee Tuttle died from an accidental overdose of prescription medication. Okay. The other Tuttle name that's come up is the current state governor, who is this guy. Okay. Edwin Tuttle. He's the governor of Louisiana and lives near Baton Rouge. Okay. Now, sorry. So this videotape, this is it's not a short recording. Watching it, there's a grainy recording shows a room of young women lying unconscious on the ground of some wooded clearing. Surrounded by stone. Sorry, it's not a room. They're lying on the ground. That's incorrect. Sorry. So watching the grainy recording shows a group of young women lying unconscious on the ground of some wooded clearing, surrounded by stone monoliths. In the center of the clearing is a spiral symbol carved into a stone sunken slab. Shadows dance across the women and the circle from the swaying of trees in a silent wind. Figures stand around them wearing porcelain masks and purple robes. In one corner stands a figure, a full half-meter taller than the others, wearing what appears to be a tattered black robe draping down past its feet. Like the others, it is masked, though its mask is notably frayed around the edges and textured like worn leather. Its ears are a sickly green. One of the purple-robed figures begins reciting something in a foreign language and then steps on the spiral symbol. Their body goes into a rigid contortion and is silent for an hour. There is an hour of this video, so this takes quite a while to watch, of them standing there. They then relax and they then point towards a single young woman and declare "Queen" in a male voice. That young woman is a younger version of Rhiannon Oliver. Okay.
But what was the year of Rhiannon Oliver's death?
Rhiannon Oliver is alive. She is the one who is in the mental asylum.
Ah, yes.
She was rescued 17 years ago at sort of old teen, I think she was. She might have been in her just turned 20. She was rescued from the math lab by.
Kelly Reader. Sorry, yes. Deaths
Yeah.
of
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Let me just.
Is there any, sorry, Andy, is there any frame of reference to give an idea of how tall this person is?
Well, the person that spoke is a male voice, and that looks to be from the shape. I mean, it's wearing a purple robe. It looks to be a reasonably, definitely a male figure, and a reasonably sort of pronounced male shape. It's clearly is a man. This other figure is a good half meter taller. So very, very tall. So, and yeah, I mean the man who's doing speaking compared to the others seems to be a bit taller. So yeah, I mean,
Is this taller figure, does it move around at all, or is it just stock still? What I want to, like, I come from Vegas. I've seen people on stilts, and they have a particular sort of odd gait. Like, is this someone unnaturally tall? Is this someone stood on a block? Is this someone on stilts? Like, is this a
interesting
sanity
question.
check? Like,
it doesn't require a sanity check. I would say,
like, I've got human. If it's a role.
Yeah, that's more understanding people. I would say, just observing. It doesn't move very much, but it does move, this figure, and it does move. It does undulate in the way it moves, so it does appear to be walking.
Okay.
And it doesn't. It's sort of surrounded by a long black robe. So if it's someone walking on stilts, they're clearly very good at it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the jerky movement that someone walking on stilts would normally have.
So either this is like an established and a regular ritual. Because if this is just like, Kev, you're in charge this week, get up on the stilts, lads, you wouldn't have that grace. This is like a consistent position of, like, no, for someone to have that grace on the stilts. Like, you don't give your key performer the things. It's not just something they've done on the fly. If this person is fluid, like, it's not teenagers being like, let's have a lark and get high in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Something else. Which Agent Bismuth will recognise with your anthropology score.
Oh, no.
That language is something called Occitan, OCCITAN, which is spoken in southern France. It's partly intelligible with Spanish and Italian. Now, you speak some Spanish.
I speak some Spanish. I also speak Latin, which should potentially help with some of that as well.
Can you give me a Spanish check, please?
Awesome.
Let me.
How well can you Spanish?
How well can I Spanish? Let's just put the.
Oh my god! I failed at Spanish.
Oh, that's what I need to pop that out. I need to pop.
Oh, 7.
That's a success.
7.
Right. Sorry. Let me just move that over here so I can reference it easily. Right. Right. You understand. It takes a little bit of just going back, replaying it, what's said a couple of times, but you're then able to translate it. and it says, ye are an epistle of Christ, ministered by us, written not with ink, but with the Spirit of the living God, not in tablets of stone, but in tablets that are hearts of flesh. And what agreement hath a temple of God with idols? For we are a temple of the living God. Which is actually reciting Bible verse, which you will recognize with your mixture of anthropology and occult skills, as from 2 Corinthians.
Okay. So,
And- Sorry, go on. Millie.
no, you go.
So, Mahatatain from the Long Dock in France.
Correct.
There's Louisiana was a French territory, and there was Louisiana French and sort of. So, is the anthropologist able to make the link between, if there is one, between the Long Dock and?
Absolutely, there are definitely people in the Louisiana territory who have ancestry. I mean, New Orleans is a very famously French city, city, and so on. And there are connections between Cajun and Catalonia and bits of that sort of border area between France and Spain, where this language is particularly common, and it's still a spoken language there. I think from memory, it's quite close to Catalan, I think, but by all means, look it up on Wikipedia. This is one of those subjects that you can trust Wikipedia for. Something else. What occult skill levels have you got?
None.
50 whole percentage.
Boy.
All of you can roll occult as well, please.
Rolling a thing.
Success.
No. Oh, critical fumble.
Right, you're just confused. You don't recognize it. Sorry. So that was a sorry. Was that a success from Bismuth? Okay. So remember, if you succeed, to tick as well, just to remember that on your skills. Right. So Agent Bismuth, you recognise this language, and then you're talking about it, and it sounds like Agent Vermillion's done a little bit of a Google search and gone, oh, that's from the Long Dock region, and so on. And something else occurs to you. This resembles what they are performing resembles, and what they're saying resembles a Cathar rite known as I'm going to mispronounce this, consolamentum, which is, I think, a Latin for consolation. So Catharism, in case you don't know, was a sect of Gnostic Christianity extinguished by the Catholic Church in the 14th century. It taught that our material world is an illusionary trap created by an evil god. This world causes us to forget our true nature as angelic beings in a heavenly realm of perfect thought, unburdened by the material, and traps us in an endless cycle of rebirth into human lives. The consolamentum was their only rite, which aimed to remove all sin so that the recipient could ascend to the next level, breaking the cycle.
Catharism was a heresy.
It was declared a heresy by the church, by the Catholic Church.
So yeah, okay, we've got. I mean, I was right in that it's a subset of. I just got the wrong cult.
Always boils down to cults. Why is it always cults?
You'd be surprised. A lot of all right.
I've just given you a couple more bits of handouts, which is just sort of written versions of what I've just told you.
Oh, okay.
Was the spiral in the image the same decoration as was found on the crucified body?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And was there anything odd? I know that's sort of a comparative question, but was there anything particularly odd within the video that made us sort of wince and give it side eye?
No, I mean it looks like just a weird ritual. There's no sacrifice. The women were originally sort of it was a group of women uh, lying unconscious on the ground. They definitely looked unconscious. That would be possibly the weirdest thing. The guy goes into he recites some stuff, goes into a trance, and then I mean, there for an hour. And this is, bear in mind, this is not the strange figure in the black robe. This seems to be a leader as such amongst those in the purple robes with the porcelain mask. Um, uh, and just bear in mind, he stepped onto the spiral symbol amongst these stone monoliths. Yep. And he then just seemed to sort of mark one and picked out this one woman who you recognise as Rhiannon Oliver. And age-wise, it's probably a little bit before she was found by Cole and Marty Hart at the meth lab. And he seems to sort of pick her out and name her queen. Okay.
I've got in the handouts. I've got Rhiannon Oliver as the one that was found in the river, deceased in 1992.
Ooh, hang on a sec. Am I getting them confused? Hang on a sec. That may be a screw up by me. That's a screw up by me.
Was it Kelly
No,
Reed who
definitely
found it there?
no. Hang on a sec. Ooh, referee malfunction. No, it's definitely Rhiannon Oliver. So I'm just misremembering.
Cool.
So it's definitely Rhiannon Oliver. So it's not the lady that's in the mental asylum. It's the lady that was identified as possibly a first victim in 1992. Sorry.
How many women
Cool.
were did we see in shot?
About playing it back and forward, 7.
Were they all similar? Were they all Caucasian? Were they all blonde?
All Caucasian, mixture of hair colours, all young women who vaguely attractive.
Mm-hmm.
These stone monoliths, is that like a known landmark? Is that
Good question.
Right.
Google Maps this?
Right. What is your archaeology skill?
Mine.
Anyone's.
40.
Anyone's. 40, right. Right. There are a number of stone formations. In fact, I believe that Agent Bismuth is the only one with archaeology. So make me a check, please.
Whoa, big failure. 87.
Right. You know that there are stone formations, sort of almost standing stone type things, around in Louisiana, but you don't know much about them. But there definitely are some.
Okay.
But a circle of them. Sorry, I haven't really explained the spiral looks to be a stone slab on the ground that that's had a spiral carved into it.
Mm-hmm.
Stone slab embedded in the ground. that's had a spiral
For
card
sure.
on it. Okay. Right. Other things in here. There's a filing cabinet. There is a desk with a laptop on it. There's a cork board with a number of things on it. Yeah, those are the main things.
Well, I've got a reasonable computer science. It's 50%.
Mhm.
I could have a poke at his laptop. Quite happy to rifle through the filing cabinet if somebody else wants to touch the laptop.
I'm not good with computers. I'll focus on the physical stuff. You can do the
Right.
laptop if you wish.
The laptop is encrypted. Do you say what's your computer science?
50%.
Yep. So that is sufficient to crack it, but that takes a little time. So I'm going to do something else. Come back to the laptop. So you're focused on that. Right. The filing cabinet. This there's a lot of stuff in here, and there appear to be 6 categorizations. That should hopefully pop up. There is Tuttle Ministry Financial Reports 1996 to 2010, accounting. Missing Persons Case Files, Louisiana Criminology. I think that's the skills that we're quite actually. Correspondence with private book dealers, annotated images of stone formations, genealogical records, pair of toxicology screens.
Lovely.
Okay, now these will take some time to research, but you can just have a quick skim of them as such now if you want.
Oh yes, please.
Right, where do you want to start? And more than one person could look at this.
Any strike your fancy? I'll go for the criminology if I may.
So that was the
Missing person case files.
Okay, you start looking at that. And Agent Bismuth, you're looking at the
I'm doing
laptop.
the laptop, so I can't do one.
Yeah, and Agent Vermillion, what do you want to do?
Sorry, I was texting my ex-wife to tell my son to stop watching. You said something about accounting, and that's my kind of bag.
Yeah, there's one. This Tuttle Ministry Financial Reports, 1996 to 2010.
That will literally get my blood running, and
Okay.
I'd like to fine-tooth comb that, please.
Okay, so there may be more for this with time, but initially, so let's start with the missing persons case files. There are several dozen missing person reports stretching from the late 70s to 2002, compiled according to their dates. All are from Louisiana, and all the cases were closed and listed as reports made in error. The reporting, investigation, and supervisory officer names are all marked with different colored pens. Along with these are background checks on all victims and officers involved. There is nothing to indicate why. I'm actually going to give specifically Agent Brass, give me a criminology roll. What is your criminology skill, sorry?
60.
Okay, no, that's automatic. You don't need to roll it. Immediately, something leaps out at you. Every case file listed here involved an officer with the last name Childress, or one who was immediately related to a Childress. So there are several officer names which are not Childress, but you know they are married into the Childress family in some way and related to them. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's that one. Then Tuttle Ministry Financial Records. Okay, what's your accounting skill?
That was
Mine
me
or
question.
No, Agent Vermillion's.
60.
Automatic again. Right. Okay. These are bank statements and tax claims from Tuttle Ministries. They list all of their donations, transfers, claimed tax exemptions, and other expenditures. Much of the text is highlighted and marked with red pen, but nothing suggests a clear pattern.
Is there a clear pattern in what the? Is there
Right.
an obvious pattern in what the red marks are delineating?
Okay. Can you make me? Right. You're automatically going to find this, but just can you make me a skill check to see how quickly you do it? So obviously, if you,
This is accounting again, yeah?
yes, please. Okay. So fairly quickly, you actually pick out a pattern, or a pattern is something that instantly strikes you as interesting. There are regular monthly payments to a bank account at a branch in St. Martinville. The amounts and frequency suggest mortgage payments on a house, but there's no the name does not appear in the records. So they're paying mortgage payments on a house, but it doesn't appear. There's no indication as to who actually owns that house.
Where did you say, Andy?
St. Martinville.
Okay. Oh, I see it. Yeah, just outside of Lafayette. Aren't we in St. Martinville?
You are.
No. So we know that Cole has gone to St. Martinville, and we chose
Yes.
not to follow him because that would have been a bit needle in a haystack.
Yeah.
And we're still in Church Point, right?
Correct.
Yes.
yeah.
Sorry, the missing persons one. I'm just going to update that with that extra bit of information you found out. Okay. Right. Let's now cut over to Millie. Oh, sorry. Actually, no. The other thing, sorry, Rob, is that Agent Vermillion finds is there does appear. So there is a bank account number that you can trace, should you wish.
Absolutely. How does one trace bank account numbers?
In this game, that would be a bureaucracy check. What is your bureaucracy skill?
Bureaucracy begins with a B, and it is also 60.
Right, automatic.
Wait.
Okay. The bank account belongs to someone called Jacob Marlowe, who lives at the address listed.
I wonder if he's dead.
This has been bugging me. Where's that name from?
Jacob
'Cause
Marley, isn't it?
Sorry?
Jacob. Well, it made me think of Jacob Marley
Yeah,
from
it
Disney.
Okay.
sounds like the Christmas Carol.
I saw a version of Christmas Carol on Friday night at Alexandra Palace in London.
Oh, nice.
Brilliant production. Well worth the money to go and see.
I usually go and see the darts there. It's not as good.
Yeah, so that should just popped up. So sorry, I'm going to just edit that. Okay. So right. Right. Millie, the laptop.
Yes. It's Linux. I know this.
Right. It's fairly well encrypted, but you are a skilled person with a computer and you're able to hack your way into it. The email system has some recent messages in it. There is an extended back and forth with one other address stretching across February to April 2012. Okay.
Okay, and we're at the start of May, right? So fairly recent.
Yep. The last two messages happened on April 28th, which is, I think, now 6 days ago from memory.
Yeah. Okay.
The messenger identifies himself as Jacob Marlowe. He claims to have worked for Wellspring. He heard. Sorry, bear with me a sec. Get this right. He claims to have seen a spiral sign branded on faculty members of the Wellspring. He heard about Cole looking into Wellspring in 2003, but Cole had left the state before he could reach out. Once he found out Cole had returned, he decided to contact him. They continued to trade questions and answers about personnel and students and it appears that Wellspring is a school, or was a school. The last message from Marlowe says he found something new and wanted to meet in person at a public park in St. Martinville at 12 p.m. 12 p.m. lunchtime on May 3rd, which is,
It was yesterday.
I believe it was yesterday. Yep.
Yeah, yesterday.
Cole agreed and told him to expect a call from an unknown number when he got there. Okay.
So yeah, we found what I know where Cole, or what Cole's doing then right now, rather than Wellspring. Have we heard of this? Have we seen or heard of this Wellspring mentioned in anything else?
So, Wellspring is Agent Vermillion has just been reading about it. Wellspring is one of a number of school programs set up by the Tuttle Ministries over the years to help those unfortunates with good schooling, and depending on the school, some of them are set up for the poor and disadvantaged. Some are set up for children who are struggling in mainstream school. It's all, I mean, there's mission statements. It all reads incredibly ethical and wonderful charitable organizations in some of the explanations. Okay.
Would it be possible to find a student list at some point?
Not in that's not in the financial in the financial reports. It has sort of almost like, not quite brochures, but sort of information about them as part of their financial reports, but no lists of any students. What is interesting is there's no lists of employees either in there, and you'd have thought that sort of the head teachers would have been mentioned and things like that. Okay. Right, in the filing cabinet there's still 4 more things to look at. Correspondence with private book dealers, annotated images of stone formations, genealogical records, and pair of toxicology screens. There's also also on the desk, I think Agent Bismuth, you will spot this, a key ring.
Oh, okay.
With a single house key on it, and the fob is engraved with the address of Cole's current home. So the remember his house is sort of like almost like a back room to a bar. That it has that address and has a key with an engraved fob on it that appears to have been left here.
Perhaps we should take that with us.
I'm wondering, and not to suggest that I've ever taken findings from a research centre or a dig or anything before our funding is closed, and before anybody would have arrived at the situation beforehand. Not suggesting I've done anything like that, but if we're still going to bring in who is it, Papanea and
Gilbert.
Gilbert, if we're still going to bring in those 2 cops for tomorrow, because we told them we would share the sort of search, the warrant, if you will. Do we just kind of mostly sanitize or mostly take what we need away and then come back another time? What
Should we also sort of, I don't know, remove the words of Yellow King and all that on the wall?
Yeah, before anyone other than us 3 sees that, we'll have to cleanse that kind of stuff.
Will they not have seen that already in the notes? Do we need like?
Yeah, but they mentioned that they'd seen it, and did we know anything about it? And like, you know,
okay,
that would sort of bring it more front and center. I don't really know what scars mean. Is there any sort of any suggestion as to what scars could mean?
Well, you're running out, and it brings your attention to something written on a cork board, which is this.
Gosh.
And written exactly like this. So at the top, the Yellow King mentioned Dora Lange's diary 95, Charlie Lange 95, Reggie Ledoux 95, Guy Francis Confessions in 2002. The Tall Man, revival goers in Erath 95 said they saw him with Dora Lange, skin shiny around his face. Reggie Ledoux, date of birth 13th 11th 60. Tall, height 6'7", blonde hair yellow, no facial scarring, spiral brand on back. The Giant. Kelly Reader said in 2002 he was there with the Ledouxs in 95. Scars on his face, question mark, question mark, question mark. And lastly, the green-eared spaghetti monster. Girl said it chased her through the woods outside Erath in December 1994.
Would the more occult aware amongst us have that sort of flag up in their occult knowledge?
Either that, or have I, like, are there other? I regret this sentence based on Millie's knowledge, not Agent Bismuth's knowledge. Have I heard of anything about a Yellow King or anything like that before? Is this something that's cropped up? Is this something that's... Is it connected with a green-eared spaghetti monster? Obviously, I've heard of the spaghetti monster, but a green-eared one, like...
The figure in the tape had green ears, wasn't it?
Oh, right, yeah.
Yes, it did. It was also very, very tall.
Yeah.
And Reggie Ledoux here is noted at 6'7". That is distinctly taller than your average man.
But he's also not the Giant, if they're separate people.
Well, and the left one is the Tall Man. So there's lots of stuff about tall men, and this is clearly part of Cole's obsessive thinking. Sorry, Millie, your question was the Yellow King. Give me an occult check, please. You're going to need a critical success.
Critical success. I got 50%. So I could
Doubles.
Get 6. Ooh. It's really good, but it's not a crit.
No. I think I'd say you've heard mention of a yellow king, but it's more a thing of folklore
Mm-hmm.
and something more story rather than actually some big legend or anything like that.
Okay.
Is probably the best way to put it.
You mean along the lines of like the Green Man over here, that kind of thing?
Nothing like as well known or as famous as
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Is it a thing, a sort of tale local to where we are, or is this something that could have been brought with, like, because we're seeing lots of European things with the language and that kind of stuff. So does it sound like more like a thing brought in? Like, have these folks just gone too deep in old rituals and therefore found a yellow king in it? Is it an analogy
It definitely doesn't sound to be Native American to you. Definitely not Native American.
So is there any reference to like Loire Jaune in Occitan? Thank you. Folklore. Or am I barking up an entirely different tree?
Millie, give me another occult check.
Another one.
In fact,
32 on an occult.
in fact, yeah.
I'm pretty good at history. I've got 70% on history.
You have a translation of it into French or Octan. That does ring a bell, but it may have originally been in French and then been translated into English, or some dialect related to French.
So, okay, yeah. A small thing, small forgotten tale that meant nothing to everybody except this tiny group of folks has come over and
Yes.
manifested.
Next to the almost sort of taped to the these names written on a corkboard. So they're written on a bit of paper attached to the corkboard. There are several pictures of wall drawings, which are these. These three images appear to be photos of wall drawings. There's a post-it note stuck underneath them that says, "Red eyes, no discernible arms, domed chests, cherubs question mark." Sorry?
That's all a bit weird.
Yep. Agent Bismuth, with your knowledge of both occult and anthropology.
Do I shout Mothman?
No.
Do it anyway.
This resembles, this resembles neither archetypical angels or devils, but they look closer to voodoo baka. Those are evil spirits that roam at night. They can transform into birds of prey that fly invisibly through the air. They prey on people they wish to capture and carry off, and carry them off, and can be directed by sorcerers to attack targets. Let me just add that little bit.
Any hints as to where those images were taken?
No, he has They are photos, and there's no indication where it's come from at all. Clearly, he knew the location. He didn't need to write it on the wall.
Yeah.
Could you spell Baka out of curiosity?
It's on the handout. It's Baka.
Thank you.
Okay. In case you aren't completely blown with the amount of confusing information I'm chucking at you, there's still 4 sections in the filing cabinet you can look at if you wish.
That was my sort of roundabout point. Do we just pick these up and take them with us, and start? Like, I'm not sure how long we've spent here and how long we've got left.
I would say it's now. I think you've been here several hours. The video itself was over an hour long.
Yeah.
I think it's probably about. I think you went to see the detectives in the morning. You spent basically most of the morning there. Then went and had a bit of food, and then came here. So I would say it's
We
probably
went to Cole's Bar before this.
Cole's Bar as well. Sorry, yeah. I would say it's probably getting to 7, 8 o'clock at night now.
Yeah, that's my kind.
Okay, should we as
In fact, actually, there's a knock at the door of the storage unit, and the custodian sort of calls out, "You're welcome to stay if you are, but just don't know, I'm clocking off, and it's a 24-hour place, so you can stay, but one of my colleagues is taking over. I just thought I'd let you know." Doesn't wait for a reply. He then just wanders off.
Fair.
Should we then, as Agent Bismuth said, take the boxes? And is there something similar to the black paint or whatever that had those words daubed over the wall?
Make me a luck check.
Let's just roll 1d. Let's like get under.
I think if you press your, I think luck is actually, I think it actually does work as a button.
All right, I'll do that. Which is there, all the way at the top. Is it under the skills, under look?
Yeah.
It's under statistical data. It's under statistical data, so
Thank you.
Up a bit more.
Oh, I see it.
5.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
I am.
You
proper
find
lucky.
you find a pot of paint and a brush that has actually even been cleaned. But a pot of paint that was probably used to originally write it. It's definitely been written in paint.
Okay, well, I'll take a quick snap of it with my iPhone 4, and I think it's 4 by then, and then start painting over these words.
Okay. What else are you removing? What else are you removing?
Or do we remove stuff because Cole's going to come back?
We're going to get to him, though, aren't we?
We're going to have to, unless he comes. He went there yesterday. Yeah, he's still not back today. What if he comes back tomorrow? And then.
So, see, he had the meeting like yesterday, right? At noon was supposed to be his meeting. So where is he now? He's not back at his place. He's not come back here. I mean, does this meeting take this long?
Apologies. I just need to go AFK a sec. So I'll leave you. You could discuss what you want to do next. Okay?
Yeah.
Back in a sec.
Because if you're this meticulous, you set up this whole storage shed with your whole conspiracy and everything everywhere. Surely if you had, you've gone to this lead, you've had your conversation, you've gotten your information, you'd want to bring it back here, right? To hang it on your wall. Keep on working on your theory. That's what I think, at least.
But who's he going to go to if he finds stuff missing? He's not going to go to the police. He's not going to go to any other agency.
No. maybe gonna go to ground and we won't be able to find him again because we kind of do need to talk to him, don't we?
That's fair. We
Or it
absolutely
goes
do.
to the people on the top of his list, which sounds like the Tuttles, and makes a scene.
So do
Okay.
we just
Do we
wait
do we
here?
do that spy thing and take photographs of everything?
Yeah.
We can do that spy thing, sure.
Is that what we do?
What, like every document?
Well,
Oh,
I don't know. I'm torn between taking all the stuff and hoping he doesn't come back.
Or we could wait here and
Just wait him
wait
out.
for him to come back and hope he doesn't bolt.
Camp here and be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Where,
Or camp surreptitiously outside?
a stakeout?
A
Stakeout,
stakeout.
We have to get takeout for that, right?
There will be donuts.
I will look at the two obvious agents to.
Mandatory donuts, absolutely.
Okay. I don't know. I do know I want to read through a bunch of the stuff and look over the things. I think there's got to be in amongst his mad scribblings and strange notes things of use, even if he's too far in the drink to spot it.
Feel like we're at a decision point.
So you're packing up the contents of the filing cabinet. So the 2 bits you've read and the other 4 you've not. Is that what you're doing?
We're
And
debating
then-
about it. So we've
I'm
rolled
sure,
back
yeah.
on that bit. We're debating about it. If we take this stuff,
So
and
just
Cole,
to check, the only. Sorry, second.
so if we take this stuff and Cole comes back, he's going to know people are snooping around, and will he, in a sort of crazy conspiracy kind of way, leap to be he's been rumbled and go to ground, or leap to go and confront the people he thinks have done it, because he doesn't know we're on the scene because he's left town. If we don't, because we could stall Papanea and what's his face with the Gilbert for getting the warrant.
Yeah.
Well, do we take the stuff and then make it out that Cole has taken it? Whatever happens to, do we need to talk to Cole? Like, how important is talking to him in this whole thing?
Depends. It depends how far gone he is. How many, like, how often has he seen the he's written Yellow King and Carcosa on the wall. Like, he might be a person we need to see in person to make that judgment call whether we
judgment
need
call
to.
Of what though? Like, we've read Yellow King and Carcosa a bunch of times. Judgment call on what? It's a sad little story that some folks on a boat have brought over and woven into a cult.
And if that's all it is, ace.
Don't we also, from a Delta Green perspective, need to know what he knows and to see if he's a credible witness or a liability, or if he can spread nonsense we don't want spreading?
Exactly
Your primary role is to stop outbreaks of the unnatural.
Yeah.
So
we need to talk to him.
Now, he could be the source of an outbreak of unnatural, and you need to resolve him. He could also merely be a victim of an outbreak of the unnatural, and you still need to resolve him in potentially the same way.
Resolve has a lot of quote marks around it there.
Yes.
5.
Yeah. Sure.
So
think. Go on.
I was going to say, so if we don't want him to spook and we do need to see him, then we have to leave stuff and stake it out, or go to his house and wait for him, or
Or do we go to Jacob Marlowe's house?
Yeah, we could.
drive there
Follow
in
us
the
in
middle
his
of the
foot.
night.
So it's about 7 o'clock at night. I just want to check on some things. So you haven't painted over the words on the wall yet. Have you taken the key to his house?
Yes, we're absolutely going to take that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, do you want to have a look at the other 4 bits in the filing cabinets before you go somewhere, or do you want to go somewhere now?
I think a quick look in the filing cabinets
Yeah.
and then return them as stepped.
Okay. Right. So there's correspondence with private book dealers, annotated images of stone formations, genealogical records, and pair of toxicology screens. Which would you like me to go through first?
Who are the tox screens of?
Right. Let's start there. This is the old blood work from the Dora Lange and Rhiannon Oliver cases. It lists the full results of mass spectrometry. I can't say that. Spectrometry,
Yeah.
with many circled numbers and hand-sketched chemical formulae. On top of the pile, there are a couple of post-it notes that say LE Records and Tom Moulton, New Connection.
And we've seen tox reports before that have suggested a mixture of meth and lysergic, some
Meth
unknown substance.
Meth and amphetamine, and then some third substance. Sorry, just bear with me a sec.
Unknown.
Right. Now, none of you are really scientists, are you? None of you got any medicine or chemistry or biology or botany?
No.
No.
Right. You can make me intelligence checks. You will need a critical success. Otherwise, what is going on here is confusing and is beyond you.
97. That's a failure and a half.
Oh, I was 2 points away from a crit fail.
Yeah, we all 90'd and 80'd it.
Okay, so it's baffling science, mumbo jumbo. Doesn't mean a lot to you.
I failed by 1.
Oh, right, yeah, you're really intelligent, aren't you?
Very clever. Failed by 1. Still
Okay,
failed.
so that's all the information you've got there. But there are LE Records and Tom Moulton, New Connection ?
Have we heard that name before?
Right. Let me just look at something.
So.
Does it ring a bell?
It's not a name that's come up.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Any idea what is LE Records, a phrase that we've come across in our
Law
lives?
enforcement?
I would, yeah, exactly. Law enforcement.
So does that mean sort of criminal records?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. I would say based on your background as well as your knowledge, I'm going to say that Agent Vermillion, that name Tom Moulton does ring a bell to you. Where has it gone? Right. He's got a connection to a biker gang in Texas called the Ranchmen. Might well actually be the boss of the whole thing. And they are known to have involvement with drug smuggling.
Do I know if they're like what do they call them? 1%ers or something?
I don't know what that phrase means. Andy doesn't say.
Sort of do bad things, lots of bad
Yes.
things. Their lifestyle is funded criminally.
Yes, they are. They are a major members of the Ranchmen have got convictions for heroin smuggling and distribution,
Okay,
and various other assorted crimes with that.
are they linked at all to importing from Latin America?
Undoubtedly, yes.
Okay. And embarrassingly, is Texas just to the left of Louisiana?
It is to the left. I can't remember how far. Google Maps. Where's Google Maps?
Harley.
Yeah, it's Harley in chat. Can you just tell us?
Sorry. So,
Maybe not. There's a delay.
There's a time delay. Yeah.
Yeah, it is right next, due west of Louisiana.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Cool.
But both Brass and Vermillion, you could do further research to try and find out more information about this name Tom Moulton. You have to be checking law enforcement records. Quite probably, if you think about the situation that Cole is in, he's lost his access to law enforcement records because he's now not a police officer.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's that one. Also, so it might require someone with greater chemical knowledge to actually understand some of the chemical workings there. You are supposed to report at some point to Agent Oculus, your handler, and it may be that she, if you would pass her information, she might be able to give you further analysis of it.
Good idea.
So you've got genealogical records, annotated images of stone formations, and correspondence with private book dealers.
Can we have a look at the stone things?
Yep.
That kind of stuff?
Okay. There are hundreds of hand-drawn sketches and photocopies of Native American monoliths from across the continent, annotated with their source books and archaeological research papers. It is unclear what significance these held, as in to the significance these monoliths held to the Native American peoples. Along with the images is Cole's typed report of an interview with Charlie Lange, ex-husband of Dora Lange. So this is 1995. In it, it says Reggie Ledoux learned about Dora after doing a stint in prison in which he and Charlie were cellmates. Charlie claimed Ledoux told him there was, and to quote, this is in quotes, a place out in the woods down south with all these old stones where rich men go to devil worship. They sacrifice women there.
Down south, and who?
Sorry,
down south comparatively from what location?
What's your human?
80.
Okay. It is a quote from Charlie Lange. He's from Louisiana, so it's probably somewhere in southern Louisiana.
Okay.
Right. Agent Bismuth, looking at these images, a couple of these monoliths do not resemble anything ever constructed by Native Americans.
Okay.
And there's one with a spiral symbol carved into it that doesn't match any other recorded conventions either. In notes referencing these monoliths, Cole has written mound builders and myth makers, oral histories of indigenous Louisiana, and a classification number for a copy of that book held at the Kalispell Parish Public Library in Lake Charles.
All right.
Where are we now? We're in Lake Charles.
No, we're in Church Point.
We're in Church
Yeah, you're in Church Point.
Okay.
Lake Charles was where we were earlier to speak to the children, when we saw the kids, the murder site.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Lake Charles is the most recent murder site, and that's also in Lake Charles is where Gilbert and Papineau
So
are.
that's where we're staying.
based.
That's where we're staying.
That's where you're staying as well. It's your motel as well. Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Right.
So okay.
Okay.
There's those things and that. Oh, and then I need to go and take a book out of the library, even if just to see what he's referencing.
The public library at Lake Charles will be, sorry, at Church Point. Sorry. Oh, where is it? I'm going mad now.
It's only episode 3, Andy. That can't happen yet.
Referee, roll a sanity check.
Yeah, sorry. The Calico Parish Public Library is in Lake Charles, and it'll be closed by now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a thing.
Okay, so you've still got genealogical records and correspondence with private book dealers.
I'll have a look at the genealogy.
These are extensive records of the Tuttle family's genealogical history and that of several other Louisiana families. There are records of deaths, births, and marriages stretching back to the early 19th century. There are no notes to accompany them or explain why. Your history skill's really high, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 70.
There's clearly an extensive and early link to the Childress family, another clan of Louisiana old money. They moved here just after the Louisiana Purchase in 1804, not long after the Tuttles. The two families intermarried extensively during the 1870s and 1880s. The Childress and their spouses have long been officers of the state police and the Department of Wildlife and Fisheries, some in high-ranking positions.
He's really got it in for these Tuttles. Really?
He seems to be very interested in the Childresses as well.
Hmm.
Who sort of now seem to be one and the same.
Yeah.
Definitely interrelated. Okay. And then lastly,
it's interesting as well that I mentioned rich folks going down south to worship, devil worship, right? Irath is in the south, and that's got mentioned twice so far. So
yeah,
maybe
that's
the
a
direction.
place, is it?
Yeah, Irath is a place
down there. Yeah.
South than south of Lafayette and everything. So I don't know if something got organized there in '95 and '94. People running through the woods stumbled upon something. Who knows?
Yes. I will add that to our list of holiday destinations.
Yes.
And the only other thing is this correspondence with some private book dealers.
Yes. Right. Poe assisting hundreds of book dealers around the country for their inventories for a purpose that is not clearly stated. Paired with this correspondence, there is an insurance claim from Tuttle Ministries listing a large number of books and records destroyed by flooding in 1992. There is also a written report of an interview Cole had with a man named Joel Theriot in 2002. Theriot was a preacher who studied at Tuttle Baptist Theological Seminary in Baton Rouge during the mid-1980s. He claims he found pictures of naked women performing a ritual in a book in the senior minister's office, but his complaint about this was dismissed and he later left. Okay, now, if you're looking at this, several of you have got good bureaucracy skill, so you're able to pick out that it appears from the questions and the letters and the correspondence, though he's looking for, it doesn't clearly state why this correspondence is going on, but you start to pick out a pattern. It appears he was looking for a book called The Letters of Telios de Lorca, which is the book that Theriat found the pictures in. And he says that it was, the book is apparently written by a 12th century Franciscan mystic. The word Telios is Greek, is a Greek concept for the completion or perfection of something that is destined to be. And with your varying bits of anthropology and history skills, probably more history actually, the story of its authorship cannot be true, as the Franciscan order would not exist until 1209. So it being written by a Franciscan mystic in the 12th century cannot, that's 11 something, cannot be right.
Mhm.
The claim from the Tuttle Ministries lists it as this as being a book that was destroyed, and it appears that one private dealer holds a copy, someone by the name of Miriam Carlyle in New Orleans.
Can I just check? Was there actually flooding in Louisiana in 1992?
Yes, there was, but it. I mean, there's a lot of Louisiana is quite low lying,
Yeah.
but it would be unusual for someone as wealthy as the Tuttles to not have preventions against that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so you should now have another. Sorry, you should have I shown you the handout for the images of stone formations?
I
Have I
don't
given you
think I've
that one
had
as
the
well?
stone one, no.
No.
Okay, I wasn't sure, so I just thought, yes, now I've got the little blue dot against it. Okay.
I guess there's a question here, really, that we didn't consider. Who made the video?
Oh yeah, very true.
Like, did Cole make that video? Because there's this priest or this minister guy who's suggesting that the Tuttle ministries are doing this devil worship sacrifice, and we've literally got a video of it. Who made that video? Like,
yeah, would one of their own number make a video, right?
Well,
it's hardly.
Is the video, when we were watching the video, is it like, somebody sat in a bush and it's got twigs in the way, and or is it like a static sat on a tripod?
Yeah, nobody could have filmed it.
Yeah, is it? Like, is there any indication? Like, how does it look? Does it look?
It's not very shaky, so it's probably on a static camera. But
Okay.
it definitely looks like someone who's. It's clear that the people who are there know that they're being filmed.
Okay, so it is. So it's not.
It's not a film from a distance or filmed clandestinely in any form.
So if it is the Tuttles, then they are confident enough that anytime they are caught, like this dude who's raised it, they can brush it under the rug, make it disappear, pay enough money to saying, and it's the okay.
Yeah, they're confident enough that they'll never face the consequences of it, even if they get caught.
One more thing from Agent Bismuth's phenomenal knowledge of history, because it's 70, isn't it?
It's 70, yeah.
The letters of Telias de Lorca. Yeah. Lorca isn't a person. It's a city in Spain. In 1183, the Moorish authorities in Lorca discovered and suppressed a cult of Christian heretics. The cult had murdered a woman and were attempting to summon a demon. 60 years later, the Franciscans conducted a study of the events and collected written material that belonged to the cultists detailing their theology. They compiled this into a volume called The Letters of Telias de Lorca.
So it's the letters of it's the letters of a Greek concept for the completion of perfection of something that is destined to be from Lorca.
Yes, but that Telias may be slightly being misused. I think the key thing, as in misused by the person that's named the book, the key thing is that it was essentially an investigation by Moorish authorities into the evil doings of a group of Christian heretics.
So not quite the Spanish Inquisition.
No, predating the Spanish Inquisition.
Or it's some instructions, third-party instructions on how to create or recreate the rituals.
And summon a demon.
And summon a demon.
Detailing their theology is the key thing there.
Yeah.
And
so it's information gathered.
Would the cult be the Cathars? Is there anything? There's nothing to suggest that.
You'd have to read the book to be certain.
Letters of Telios. Okay.
Yeah, but that is a book that essentially that book name has rung a bell with Agent Bismuth.
So these Tuttles, with their great family, and they're originally, and secret societies and all that kind of stuff are rife, and but they're still. Is that what we're saying? Is that we're essentially saying that the Tuttles inside their ministry, inside their church, are continuing the cult that was wiped out or heretical from the Catholic Church, and they're continuing it with these Italian acts to summon a demon. And that's what's still going on now. And we need to stop. And like she'll look over at Brass. Clearly he's done it, and we need to stop this.
If it's two families that have come over from the old country, intermingled, and have been doing their age-old family tradition of worshipping devils and trying to summon demons, and nothing has ever come of it, and it's just been horrible murders and just plain old rituals that has resulted in the loss of life, but nothing has ever come of it, and it's just rich people being moronic rich people. We're happy with that. Best outcome.
We just leave that?
It's not our job.
Not our job.
None of this
but
is
if
my
something...
job. I work And then
Oh,
I
Agent
stop.
Bismuth, it is now.
Like I stop.
But-
yeah.
But if something has come of it, and if they, if their literal demon summoning has been thwarted in the past, and they've been trying it again here, or they've been trying a different route, or I found a very tall man to guide them, then that is something we need to look into.
Yep.
If it's nothing unnatural, then you could just give all the information to Gilbert and Papaneo for part of their investigation and see, and they can see if they can turn something. If it's something unnatural, then you need to ensure that the unnatural doesn't spread and that knowledge of the unnatural is restricted at a minimum.
As a former friendly to Delta Green, I think she needs to sit down for a moment and just consider what she's got herself into.
She need the chat.
Maybe.
Right, just to give you a reference, I think it's probably about 10 o'clock at night now.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to go back and crash out? Did you cut the library won't be open until tomorrow? What else have you talked about doing? You talked about going to Jacob Marlowe's house in St. Martinville. There's been mentions of Erath, but I'm not sure you want to go there yet. You mentioned Church Point. There's also, sorry, you've also got the key to his house, so that's another option as well.
Oh,
What
it's like,
would you like
what
to do?
day of the week is it? It's like a Friday or a Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah. You are, and sorry, I think you're in the region of Church Point. I think the storage unit is in the region of Church Point. So actually, the physically closest location is his house.
Yeah, and if it's a Friday or Saturday night at a dive bar, surely that's got to be a bit loud, which would.
Yeah, I like how
On
you're
the, on the key dates, it will tell us what day of the week it is. It's it's Friday.
It's the weekend.
It's Friday. You're quite right. There will probably be a large number of trucks parked up outside the dive bar.
Mm-hmm. So do we go there, rifle through Cole's house, really put the shits up him, because not only is his lockup been rifled through, so is his home.
Yeah, let's do that.
And then either he runs away and is ghost and we've lost it, or he, I don't know, starts. I don't know. He's there. Let's go to Cole's house.
Also possible, yeah.
Okay. Sorry. So the only thing you're physically removing is the key.
Key.
You're trying to put everything back as you've done it. Put everything back as it was when you first arrived.
Yeah,
Yep.
mostly, yeah.
Yep. I mean, it's there'll be some luck checks should that ever be, because I mean, how much are obsessives about spotting things?
He's hardly got a good filing system going on here.
No, true, very true. And I'm assuming, I mean, Rob mentioned at one point, I'm assuming with all this information, you're photographing stuff on your smartphones the whole time and taking copies of things to reference. Yeah.
Super cool
Okay.
spies.
Okay. The other thing was whether you wanted to report into Agent Oculus yet, or whether you want to, anything, there's lots of things you can do.
She needs to talk screen, tell us the science of the talk screen.
Okay.
How does one check in with her? Is it just like a Zoom meeting?
You've got a phone number for her on your programmed into your mobile phones. Is each of your mobile phones has got, if you remember, 4 numbers programmed into it already. Each of the other 2 of you's phone numbers, Agent Oculus's phone number, and someone who will verify that you're a working member of the FBI.
Okay,
which is actually a Delta Green cover.
Would one of us like to put Agent Oculus on hands-free and check in, or should we wait until we get back to somewhere else? Or
You wait until we're driving. No one can overhear us, I think.
yeah.
Okay. So do you want to do? So you're going to his house. Do you want to do that? Do you want to do the phone call on the way there, or do you want to go to the house first?
Phone
Mhm.
call on the
Okay.
way there.
Okay. So so you put it on hands free. It is within 2 rings. It's answered, and she says, "Good to hear from you. What update is there, please?"
And shall we just assume that the Lord dump of 2.5 sessions has been
Yep.
dumped right back?
Right. She says, "Okay, this seems incredibly complicated."
You're
Um,
telling us.
yes.
I've literally run
Clearly,
out of fingers of all the decisions we have to make.
um, uh, it sounds like you need to help with those toxicology reports. So, and you said you photographed them.
I did.
So, send me those photographs, one of you, please, and I will get those checked out. I can get that done for you. I will come back to you on that. Uh, what else can I do to help you? I think my, I think one of the things you need to work out is what is actually critical to Delta Green and what is
Mm.
uh, a criminal case that is. I mean, women have been murdered, so I hate to put it like this, but almost what is fluff around the edges that is
Yeah.
not directly relevant to Delta Green, but may be used potentially as uh, covering if you have a critical situation with Mr. Cole. From the sounds of it, he's clearly a deranged man.
Obsessed, to be sure. Don't know about
Yeah,
deranged yet.
He could also be right and obsessed.
Yes.
true, very true. What do you? Sorry, is there anything else besides the toxicology reports you want me to investigate?
Someone in New Orleans has a copy of a book.
Okay.
And Miriam Carlyle has the copy of this book. Can we, could someone nip along and send that to our hotel?
Okay. I shall see if I can arrange that. Yes, I shall make some inquiries on that front.
Thank you.
Nice.
Anything else?
That's all that off the top of my head.
Yeah.
As character, just one. Actually, it's probably better for you to Tom Moulton.
Oh yeah, so that's more criminal than weirdness.
Yes. So, but that's something that Agent Vermillion could make an inquiry on quite legitimately under your real identity. It would not be unusual for you in your role to request the police records of Tom Moulton. Yeah, as a FBI agent, because haven't you got a specialization in
Narco
narco
trafficking.
narco cartels,
Mm.
and so that's adjacent at a minimum.
So who
Okay.
would I get that from? Would I get that back at the police station, or
Oh, you would make a call on your real phone to some contact of yours, back at actual based on your real phone. Yeah.
okay? All right then. Then I can do that whilst we're in the car because I think we're done with Oculus.
Okay. You can tell from her tone with, I think all of you've got good humour. She's impressed with how you've progressed so far, but she is quite concerned by the complexity of the case.
Hear you, sister.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. You've made your call about Tom Bolton. You haven't got any information back yet. But one of your colleagues is doing some research for you, and we'll send you something shortly. Okay. So you're going to Cole's house, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are we going via the bar to see if he's there, or can we stick our head in there?
By all means. So you park up sort of somewhere near the bar. I mean, his house is is almost like a back room of the bar, accessed externally only. You see the owner of the bar, whose name is escaping me. Robert Dumaine. He is working behind the bar with your various alertness skills, or whatever it's called. You can see that Cole is clearly not there, and Dumaine is looking rather harassed, even though he has got he appears to got someone else in to assist him. But it's a busy Friday night. It's quite loud. There are a lot of vehicles parked outside. There's a lot of people inside. There's a lot of drinking going on, and he seems to be slightly overrun and probably could do with Cole there. Does not look to be like a man who's having a good day.
Just want to make sure there's no like group of Harleys or whatever, the motorcycle outside the front. There's no.
No. Definitely a propensity for pickup trucks.
Okay.
I
Should
mean,
we go around
slightly,
the back then?
Yep. Slightly alarmingly, you see some of the pickup trucks have actually got. I mean, they're locked, but they've got rifles sort of on gun racks behind the driver's seat and stuff. Because
may I refer you
Louisiana.
to my anti-materiel rifle that's in the boot?
Yes, that's in the boot of the car. I forgot that. You've only got 3 bullets for it, though.
That's enough.
That's enough. Yeah. Okay. Right. You go round to Cole's house. Sorry, I've got so many things here. Right. So bear with me a second. Right. That is page 3. Right. Okay. The so there's no lights on. It looks shut up and locked up. You have the key. There is a door.
I just am concerned that this man's insane enough to put all sorts of booby traps and nonsense on his doors.
Didn't put any on his storage locker.
That's fair.
This
But
is
the,
more,
other, the other storage locker did.
Yeah.
So
I'm a little scarred by that.
True.
He's not that quite unhinged yet.
No. Okay, so does this door, is it, for instance, is there a back door and a front door to this?
No, it's a single entrance door.
And is it a Yale key to a Yale lock equivalent?
Yes, and your concerns about his paranoia prove to be justified, because you have an alertness of 70 skills, so you automatically spot the spring tripwire that's attached to a shotgun shell that would fire a shotgun shell at the person coming through the door.
That's just rude.
Yep.
Oh, so it's attached to an actual shotgun, like in Damien.
No. It's essentially a shotgun version of a zip gun, so a single shot, improvised, manufactured, single short barrel shotgun. It's not an actual shotgun; it's some sort of zip gun equivalent he has or someone has manufactured. But you spot the tripwire before it detonates, or it goes off, and are able to cut the tripwire.
Would we rather not cut the tripwire? And is it possible to step over it or avoid it in some way?
No, it will. You can't get the door open wide enough. But what you can do is work out where to disconnect it. Clearly, he's got a place that he can connect it when he's gone out
Mhm.
and disconnect it when he goes in. You figure that out and open that out.
Yeah.
Um, uh, Examining it further, you realise that the shotgun shell is actually, at least it's not ball bearings. It's merely rock salt, so it would just do a bit of damage and potentially knock you out for a while. It wouldn't necessarily blow a hole in you.
Um,
Painful, not necessarily deadly.
Sterry,
So rude.
what
Mhm.
was that? Isn't rock salt like anti-demon stuff or something? Or have I watched too much of that show with the two boys? Um,
I,
when they hunted demons and stuff. Jared Padalecki and
I'm sure salt is involved in various different versions of demon summoning and dismissal.
okay, maybe I'm being overly paranoid. I need to ratchet back to the right level of paranoia.
Well, there is that legend that supposedly one of the sources of the powers of salt comes from when Roman legions conquered Carthage and they salted the ground.
Oh wow, yeah.
Mhm. So salt has lots of mystical properties.
All right, so are we in the house now?
You're now in the house. Now it is essentially the equivalent of a bedsit. There is a small bathroom, but everything else is a one room, little kitchenette at one end, and kitchen at one end, bed at the other, a bit of seating area, TV in front of the seating area. Um, the whole place reeks though of cigarette smoke. Um, uh,
Is anything warm in the kitchen?
no, um, the bed though, however, is a mattress. The seating area I talked about is a pair of sort of lawn chair folding chairs. Um, but there are piles of books, knee-high piles, several of them next to a waste paper basket. Um, the kitchen counter has no appliances except for a coffee pot and a mini fridge.
All you need.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna tilt my head and try and read the book names. What's on the spines? What's these knee-high piles of books?
Okay, so there is a complete jumble of books. There is books on theoretical physics, books on philosophy, books on criminal psychology. There's another pile. There's some books on Louisiana history. Um, there's even a fictional book called The Stranger. Um,
Is that the only work of fiction in Millie's
it,
perusal?
it is, yes. Glancing at some of the history books, they're actually all library books from the Calisco Parish Public Library. And you find a series of receipts um, uh, for visits to um, the Southwest Louisiana Historical Archives section of the library. There are 5 visits over the course of 4 weeks up to the last one was April 26th.
Like a week ago?
Yeah, like a week or so ago.
Yeah.
Can I sort of just stereotypically just look under the mattress?
Yep, certainly.
Or search the area around the
Yep,
bed and the
certainly. Oh, your search skill is 70 is massive. You don't find anything under the mattress, but you do find the slightly obvious and stereotypical loose floorboard.
Oh. Now, are there any wires or anything that's like a homemade gun associated with the floorboard?
No, there are not.
Then I'll poke one end and see if the other end pops up.
Right. There are 4 things in there. A box of .40 Smith & Wesson ammunition, but there's no gun. There are barbiturate pills in a prescription that is in a prescription bottle that is not in Cole's name. There is a smartphone that the battery has been removed from and is sat next to it. And there is a church brochure for the community theatre production of The Wizard of Oz at the Lakeview Baptist Church in Lake Charles. The first showing is on May 16th.
Is that a Tuttle church?
Yes, it is.
Gildris Church, whichever one is the churchy
Tuttle.
One of
Tuttle.
one of the victims was heavily involved in a church amateur
Mhm.
dramatics. I remember that.
Yeah.
The most recent victim is Stephanie Cordish. I believe, yes, Stephanie Cordish, and she is listed under the cast of The Wizard of Oz.
She's not
Where I
listed
believe
as
she
like Dorothy or Galinda or something like.
Is she the Wicked Witch of the whatever?
The East that gets crushed under the tree.
She was going to play Dorothy.
Oh.
Obviously, she's not now because she's dead.
I know, but friends of Dorothy. It's a bit of a queen, eh?
I suspect the understudy. So, .40. That's like, that's a big gun?
No, that's fairly standard. I mean, I think some of you have got .40 pistols.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, that's a fairly standard handgun ammo.
A phone.
In fact, your FBI issue pistol is a .40 Smith & Wesson.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, so that's nothing unusual. It's just that there's another box of ammo for a gun that is not present.
Okay.
I'm just gonna wave this flag in the air and
see who salutes it.
See how you feel about it. But does anybody feel like this guy is just a Delta Green agent all by himself?
I certainly think so. He certainly thinks so.
Are we sure he's not?
No.
I just stop. I just like
there are rogue us's like Delta Green agents, but you gotta have been in Delta Green to go rogue from Delta Green.
But
if he would have been,
sorry, but could he not be an asset?
Yeah, like
to us, to them.
That's why we need to talk to him. That's why we need to see him. He could very well be an asset. A brief one, but he might be an asset.
Yeah.
I hate to think of where this chap's retirement plan.
I'm not sure he's fully thought that through.
I bet he is. I bet he has.
So, ammo.
Yeah. No, I was just to make it like to say if you like start on a track that he's on, there's only a couple of ways that's gonna end, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, like you say, ammo, so we can assume he's armed.
Phone and battery, a brochure, and the fourth thing was
barbiturate pills.
Barbiturates. Okay, so basically downers, sleeping pills. Some Xanax or something.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Go on.
What's the fiction book about? Stranger?
Mm.
The Stranger by what's it gone? Albert Camus.
Albert. Oh, so it's a known book. If Camus was a sort of, wasn't he this French Algerian philosopher guy?
Well, you know the book, do you?
I think I've read some Camus 1,000 years ago.
Camus. Is that how you
Yeah.
pronounce it? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
It was a French philosopher guy, and then we've got loads of French, European. Like he
Yeah.
is going off on a tangent here, but it's got the little red conspiracy strings leading back to similar stuff. And he's got physics books and.
So looking at the physics books, he seems to have a fixation on the basics of string theory,
Oh God.
specifically something called branes, BINES. Apparently, branes are theoretical higher dimensional objects that propagate through our space-time in a loop. The fundamental fields that affected our reality live on their world volume, but they extend beyond it. Is the theory.
Is
If
it?
that meant anything, if you understand any of that,
But
you've
is
got great knowledge.
is it sort of quack science, or is it just
No. His is proper hardcore string theory books
okay?
from what appear to be eminent scientists. And I mean, once again, you start looking at stuff, you don't have the knowledge base to understand it.
No.
This is postgrad research beyond. For a simple analogy, this is what some of the people in Big Bang Theory look at. If you've ever watched The Big Bang Theory.
Mm.
Okay.
Right. Well, while we won't understand it, there'd at least be a way, like we understand it's from significant people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, as you're looking, Agent Brass, as you're looking at this book, The Stranger, you notice something. It's a hardcover book with a dust jacket, but the dust jacket looks a little bit big. Looks like it's sort of bent on both the top and the bottom.
What do you mean? Sorry, I don't follow.
The dust jacket's too big for the book inside it.
As in, there's something else in there. It's
Like
hiding something.
Like he's taken the dust jacket off one book and put it on a different book. So it might not be the fiction book inside.
Oh, that kind of thing. Right, open that thing. Sorry, didn't clock that one. It's late.
That's what's inside.
Was there? Ah.
Oh no, shit. Sorry. Has he put a thing that
Yep.
talked of a secret?
What's inside appears to be a copy of a play. Yep. According to the front cover, and I'm assuming, unless you tell me otherwise, you're not reading any.
No, I won't. William doesn't know it, but Dennis hates that symbol.
Oh, I don't. Oh, that symbol written by?
Yeah.
Could you make me a sound check, please, Agent?
Yeah,
Browse?
I thought that was coming.
I need a book.
How? Success.
Phew.
I believe you just lose 1 point of sand then.
Wow.
I will look that up later if needed. But yeah. And as it's 11 o'clock, I think that's possibly a good dramatic point
Oh wow.
to leave it.
So dramatic.
Sorry. So yes, I think you uncover something that you had been warned explicitly about, and see that. And I think that's a good place to leave it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay. Just so anyone watching knows, there will not be a stream next Monday, the 1st of December, as I'm away, but there will be one the week after that. So that 2 weeks from today will be the next session. But thank you to everyone watching. I've enjoyed this a lot. I hope everyone else has. And thank you. And there will be a session at some point soon, a couple of weeks. Bye for now.